And Sufyan Mukim with that googly, he's been so good throughout this season with his length. That's why he's the leading wicket taker and he's carrying on. Another impressive spell. Yeah, beats him 2 balls in a row with the googly. It is 93 for 7. Just Ayub. That's the only hope now for Hyderabad Kingsmen. Go big or go home. In life-size J. bottles, this is content winnings straight for a crore. Create your video, tag at j.fragrances.cosmetics. Use hashtag win a crore with J. At the moment, everything in the hands of Peshawar Zalmi. 7 wickets down. Hardy being able to stem the flow of runs. And they've achieved this by being attacking.
Yeah, Zalmi seamers see the wickets. They've all come from short deliveries. So whether that was a real plan coming into this game, they thought that the Kingsmen might have been a little bit vulnerable against the short ball, but certainly worked.
And we talked about a final being a different sort of game. The prize at the end of it adds a lot of pressure, and sides need to hold their nerve. There was a little period which, almost looking back at it, has nearly put the Hyderabad Kingsmen out of the game. There was a sense of panic in that squad. Nicely played, but finds the fielder.
Such a difficult situation here for Ayub. It really is, because he knows he's not going to get a lot of help from the other end, but he's got to try and keep this scoreboard ticking.
He cannot just hang back and bat through the innings. He has to make the plays and make sure he doesn't make a mistake. Down the ground for a single. That's all Hyderabad Kingsmen at the moment can get.
Yeah, they've been so sharp tonight. The Zalmi, both with the ball and in the field, beautifully backed up by their fielding unit.
Ayub is suggesting that you play forward defensive. I don't want a single. Well done, it is 96 for 7.
What a start here, this for Peshawar Zalmi. Hyderabad Kingsmen 96 for 7. Michael Bracewell with the ball, first time in the game. To pick up 2 from the leg side. Well, it could have been a dream start, this for the Hyderabad Kingsmen. A reminder, they've only won 1 game batting first. And they were up against a side with some quality in their bowling. And so far, they've pegged them down, the Hyderabad Kingsmen with the bat. Saim Ayub, 39 of 31, holds the key here.
Calamitous running between the wickets. Excellence from McKean, really poor shot from Glenn Maxwell first up. They need to get a grip. Plenty of grip there though. Islam Tyres, Pakistan's leading truck and bus tyre brand.
Yeah, at some points they needed to put the brakes on, and at certain times they needed to be a touch quicker. All in all, complete disaster so far. And now the problem suddenly becomes where Saim Ayub is obviously trying to save the tail as well. Munensha obviously known for the other department in the game, that is his bowling. So as much as he wants to get a single down, it's also be a matter of how patient he can be at the crease. Every now and then what he doesn't want is for him to have a swipe.
And on cue, swipe brings up the 100. Well, they found ways, haven't they, Kingsmen, to stay alive in the competition. And they stay alive in this game. Iron post somewhere upwards of 160. I will hold the key to that. And if he feels and finds that he can trust Inane Shah, and he's got the heart and the appetite for the big occasion, then you never know, they might be able to get there. But it's been a thoroughly professional performance from Peshawar Zalmi so far. Otis Gibson not showing it, but I'm sure he's very happy with their out cricket and their bowling and their decision making so far.
Yeah, I said this at the top of the show that they're not a very data-driven side, which is sometimes good because you got to play the game on instinct, play it on the conditions, and play it how it is good for you. A hand to that from Iftikhar. The field was very straight, but he palms it into and over the fence. How close was that?
It was firmly struck. Just started to fade back towards Iftikhar, veered off. I don't think he gave himself much a chance of getting there, and when he did, it surprised him. Parried it over the fence for 6. Bracewell can't believe it. It's the first error, really, they've made in the field this evening. And a bit of relief for the Kingsmen, 107 for 7.
And 7 for 7.
Well, describe.
Yeah, we can describe the Osaka Batteries backup competition. Go to their Facebook and Instagram page. Get a chance to win some really good prizes.
They're never done. Describe Hyderabad Kingsmen as the Black Knight. Even when the wounds seem to be terminal for them, they found ways of coming back. This will be the ultimate case of that. They put something on the board that bowlers like Inane and co can defend. You don't write them off. I mean, they're in perilous trouble right now, but you don't write them off.
Well, that is for sure. If there is one team that has defied all odds stacked up against them, 4 losses to start the tournament, They won 3 knockout games in some extraordinary fashion to find themselves in this ultimate playoff. So the way they've made their way into the final, they know how to win games. They've been in tough situations, and that has surely given them confidence through the ranks. Some of their players were asked for them to be dropped from sides, i.e. Usman Khan, the biggest example, told his captain, maybe just bench me for a few games. Manas Labuschagne turned around and said, you're good enough. You will come to the party. And he came to the party with that big 100 in Karachi. Looking for a little bit of inspiration now. 18 of 22 this partnership. Well, they've scripted a story. Time to revisit one of those.
Yeah, Hunain. There's only 4 fielders outside the circle. Simplified things. Yorkers required. And Yorkers were delivered. The wicket of Fahim Ashraf. That dot ball there, a little bit of luck perhaps, went straight to the field, and then he finished it off. Defended 6 and won by 2. They expend too much energy in the celebrations after that one though, and have ended up with nothing left in the tank.
And they've got the opposition now way down.
Well, perhaps inspired by the look at the Yorkers from Hunain. Nahid Rana has come up with a corker of a Yorker himself. An absolute beauty.
A huge spot about 108 for 8. Peshawar, Zalmi, the Yellow Storm and their fans are